welcome in. It is day 335, and you're speaking to the Meeples Champion. And today we're going to go over a game that I've been trying to get out here for review for a while. I just took a bit to finally get it back to the table so I could refresh myself. The game is called Bunny Kingdom. Now, Bunny Kingdom is a pretty straightforward game. The concept is you can play this 2 to 4 player. You're going to be going through 4 different, essentially, rounds. And you're basically just trying to conquer the board. You're going to be getting multiple cards that are going to allow you to go in and try to go and conquer certain spots, place your bunnies out so you have control of territory. But you're also going to be building cards, whether it's farms or you're trying to build up your cities, which are going to count for power. You're going to be trying to make your different fiefs for taking over. And you're essentially looking to try to get a combination of your population and your power. And when you do this, no matter how many spots you're on, you go in not diagonally, but everything that's above, below, left, and right, chaining. You're going to go through those. You're going to count up your power. You're going to multiply it by your total population. And that's going to give you your points for when it's time to be getting stuff out on your point area. So you're going to go through this. You're going to be trying to score these. You're going to be trying to score special objective cards. You're going to go through a round, a second round, a third round, a fourth round. And at the end of the fourth round, not only do you get your normal round scoring, but that's when you reveal your hidden objective cards and show what you additionally got. The hidden things that you were getting that people didn't know about and you might have been dominant in while you were not looking as strong perhaps on the board because you weren't connecting things. That's the basics of the game. It's basically a area control / warfare style game in a way. I don't feel there's much true warfare in this game, but the area control is very dominant. That being said, why don't we jump in? Let's talk our 7 categories and see where this game lands for us. When it comes to the art, the game is okay. It's not great, it's not bad, it's okay. But the reason I wanted to play the game was because of this box. This is fantastic art on the box. The box really draws the eye, especially when you're in a board game store. You see this, you want to go figure out what that is. And when you see the setup, I think it looks really good as well. For me, great art. Thumbs up. Components. So you got a lot of cards in this game. Those are all pretty good quality. I think they're at least a 3 out of 5. You've got really good plastics. Now, these aren't going to be minis in comparison to a game like, say, Blood Rage, but your little bunny minis, your cities, all this stuff is really good. It's a thumbs up for me. Your price. So this is one of those games that's going to be available. It's going to be out there in probably 3 out of 5 board game stores. I don't think you're going to see this in a Target, but you may see it in a Barnes & Noble. It used to be there back in the day. I think it kind of fallen out being there as often these days. But it's going to be online, and you're probably looking at about a $50 price on this. It's good. I just think that you're not getting a game with a lot of ability to truly get it back to your table, and for that reason, $50 is a bit expensive. If this game was going more in that $40, $35 range, it'd be better for me. But for me, the game just doesn't have enough replayability to justify the price. Thumbs down. Your difficulty. This game is one that I think is going to be a little tough for kids. I think beginners can play it, but I think that they could get lost on it as well. It's kind of a 50-50 there. Experienced can enjoy it, but then when you get to the experts, I think the experts are going to say, this isn't enough strategy for me. It's a little bit too chaotic. It's not that you can just do whatever you want, whenever you want, but you don't know what cards you're getting to give you a direction. You don't have a lot of real preparation in this game. I feel like this is a lot of just kind of you go with the flow. It's not a bad thing. It's fun. It makes it for a fun night. It's just, I feel like the difficulty is missing 2.5, maybe almost 3 categories worth of my 4 that I look at. It's gotta be a thumbs down. Replayability. I brought this up during that pricing. I don't know if this game has a lot of replayability in it. You're not getting a lot of groups that are into it already, and then with the experienced players, I feel like they're fine with it, but their replayability is, if they're experienced, they're probably getting more games to play, and with more games, this one starts to fall to the wayside on that, getting it back to your table. Thumbs down. Keys to victory. This is where it really dominates. What are you trying to do? Having the most out there? Are you focusing in on your small buildings? Are you focusing in on cities? Are you focusing in on getting more of your bunny people out there? Are you going after the secret objectives? There's a lot of things to focus on in this game. You can diversify between a bunch of them or just one or two and really try to focus in on them. I think there's a lot of keys to victory. Thumbs up. Unique. Is the game unique? I love the concept. I think that the theme feels really unique. I think that the art feels really unique. But when it comes to the game itself, you could compare pieces of this to Small World. You could go look at a game like Northgard and compare it. And you could say that this game is, to me, it feels like this and Small World are a bit apart because of the style of play of Small World. But if I look at this and I look at Northgard, I think to myself, this is extremely subpar Northgard. I would rather play Northgard where the map is changing and where it can expand and where you're not exactly sure what you're going to face, compared to this one where it's already a preset map. But I feel like getting the people out there, the building your buildings, all of that is still there. So for me, I don't feel like this is that unique. It's going to be a thumbs down. Overall, what do I think? I think it's a cute game. I like that it's in my collection, and I think it's one that's worth playing. But I don't know that this game is going to be one that lasts for many people. So in my opinion, this is one of those games that if you're an early gamer and you're looking into this style, don't be afraid to grab it. But also don't be afraid to have a game that you're willing to sell off when you find a bigger, better version of it down the line and you become a more experienced player. For me, I'm happy I have this because a friend of mine already has Northgard. But if the day ever comes where I want Northgard, my gut tells me is that I'd sell this game off so that Northgard could officially fill its slot as the bigger, more likely game that I will play in my collection. Well, it has been day 335, and we've been speaking about the game Bunny Kingdom. And you've been speaking to the Meeples Champion. Like, share, subscribe, and check down below in the description where I'll be putting in an Amazon link in case you want to get this game for your collection. And don't forget to check me out on Board Game Arena under the Meeples Champion. You can send me over a game request, a friend request. I try to be on a couple times a day. Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow.